Raider Nation, what's going on? This is the Raiders Report. I'm Mitchell Renz. Let's hop right into some of those rumors. Is Sean Smith serving jail time? This one's for Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. Let's get the bad news right out of the way early. The Raiders released Sean Smith yesterday, which wasn't a huge surprise considering his release would free up $8.5 million in cap space without costing the Raiders any dead caps. Shortly after his release, the LA Times' Nathan Fenno reported that Smith will plead guilty today to a felony count of assault with great bodily injury related to an altercation in Pasadena last year. As part of Smith's plea agreement, he will be sentenced to 1 year in prison and 3 years of probation. Smith was charged with assault back in August for allegedly beating and stomping on the head of his sister's boyfriend on the morning of July 4th, 2017. Smith pleaded his innocence at the time, and a warrant was filed on August 16th. If the Raiders' cornerback wouldn't have had pleaded guilty, he could have faced up to 7 years in prison. Smith's NFL future will be put on hold, but after a poor 2017 season, it will be surprising to see an NFL team take a shot on him after he is released. My name is Mitchell Renz. Please follow me on Twitter at MitchellRenz365 so I can get that nice little blue check mark. And also remember to please like Oakland Raiders by Chat Sports on Facebook so you know exactly when I go live. We talk a lot of Raiders rumors on this show, so you need to understand my Raiders rumor scale. 0 Chuckies, Tuck rule, tuck that, 0% chance of this one happening. 1 Chucky head, small shred of truth. I like to think 25%. 2 Chuckies, people are talking, 50-50 coin flip. 3 Chuckies, pretty likely. This is about 75% chance. And then 4 Chuckies, out of the rumor into the news category. Believe it, baby, 100%. Let's get back into those rumors. Did the Oakland Raiders cut Marshall Newhouse? This one's for Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. So, Marshall Newhouse made 14 starts at right tackle in 2017, but the Raiders announced yesterday that he will be released. The move clears $2.25 million in cap space for Oakland. Newhouse was not particularly effective in his 14 starts, so the Raiders can hope to find an upgrade in free agency or possibly the draft. The rest of their starting offensive line remains under contract for next season. The next Raiders rumor I have, Muhammad Wilkerson. Is he going to be headed to Oakland? This is an interesting one here, but I'm going to give this one to Chucky heads. People are talking. The Raiders could be in the market for a free agent defensive end. According to Adam Schefter, Muhammad Wilkerson is on their radar. Wilkerson was a first-round pick by the New York Jets in 2011 and has been a defensive anchor over the past 7 seasons. The Raiders need to boost their pass rush after finishing tied for 24th in the NFL with only 31 sacks last season. They've already retained one of their key defensive free agents by agreeing to terms with defensive tackle Justin Ellis. So, will they add Wilkerson? Let me know in the comments below. Next Raiders rumor I have for you, are the Raiders going to sign wide receiver Jordan Matthews? Another one that's been kind of interesting. There's been a lot of wide receiver rumors talk. I'm going to give this one only 1 Chucky head, though. Small shred of truth. The Raiders have a solid wide receiver duo with Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper, but apparently they're interested in Jordan Matthews for some reason. The 6'3" wide receiver was drafted by the Eagles in the 2014 NFL Draft, but the 25-year-old, throughout his career, 250 receptions to date with 2,955 receiving yards and 20 touchdowns in his career. But last year he struggled with the Bills and he had only 25 receptions for 282 yards and 1 touchdown. According to Spotrac, his average market value is $8.8 million. And I don't believe it's likely the Raiders will shed that type of money for Matthews. Next rumor up on the board, Doug Martin. Is he going to be a Raider? I'll tell you what, I'm really hoping the Oakland Raiders don't do the Dougie, but I'm giving this one 2 Chucky heads because people are talking. The Raiders have been rumored to a running back all offseason, but I don't even know if Nostradamus could have predicted that Martin would be heading to Oakland. But according to Rappaport, the Raiders are expected to target Martin in free agency after a face-to-face meeting between Martin and new Raiders head coach John Gruden. Gruden came away from his discussion with Martin, in quotes, impressed with him as a person. The Buccaneers released the 29-year-old last month after 6 years with the organization. The Bucs selected him in the first round of the 2012 NFL Draft. While Martin's numbers have lagged over the past 2 years, which also included a 4-game suspension for a violation of the league's drug policy, the Raiders could be a team where he might be a fit to get him back on track. But I got a question for you guys. I want you guys to comment below. In one word, please describe how you would feel if the Raiders were to sign Doug Martin. It can be a happy quote, or it can be a happy comment. It can be a sad comment. Be whatever you want. Maybe let's try to keep it a little clean, Raider Nation. I'd appreciate that. Next rumor I got for you guys coming up on the board. Raiders will sign wide receiver Griff Whalen. Who the heck is Griff Whalen? Doesn't matter. 4 Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. The Raiders announced yesterday that they signed wide receiver Griff Whalen. Whalen was originally signed by the Indianapolis Colts as an undrafted free agent in 2012. Over his 6 years in the NFL, he has made stops with the Colts, Dolphins, Chargers, Patriots, and Ravens. In 43 career games, he's made 3 starts. Whalen's career stats are 51 catches, 532 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Next rumor coming up there, number 7, is Marquette King at the A's spring training. We've heard Tim Tebow, we've heard Russell Wilson. Marquette King now, are you playing baseball? Well, kinda. This one's for Chucky heads though, because he was at spring training. Marquette King is no Tim Tebow or Russell Wilson on the baseball field. I can't even believe I'm actually even saying that, but we did join the Oakland A's for spring training on Sunday and threw out the first pitch. Yesterday, he went to the batting cages repping this awesome Raiders helmet, and he took some swings with his temporary Oakland teammates. King, even on the diamond, shows his personality, and after an awesome hit that he had, he even said to Russell, "Send it to Russell Wilson." Next rumor coming up on the board, did the Raiders re-sign defensive tackle Justin Ellis? For Chucky heads, believe it, baby. The Raiders have re-signed defensive end Justin Ellis to a 3-year contract that the club announced yesterday. Ellis was scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent in 2018. He was originally drafted by Oakland in the 4th round of the 2014 NFL Draft. Over his 4-year career, the run-stuffing defensive tackle has played in 60 games, starting in 41 of them. He has totaled 134 tackles, 0.5 sacks, and 3 passes defended. The 6'2", 335-pounder played in all 16 games last year, making 14 starts, while helping solidify the Raiders' interior defensive line. He posted a career-high 44 tackles, and the Raiders will be happy to have him back in 2018. The last rumor I got for you guys is maybe the most interesting, is Ndamukong Suh coming to the Oakland Raiders. I'm going to give this one Chucky head, small shred of truth. A recent ESPN article indicated Oakland is a team who could sign Ndamukong Suh. The Raiders this offseason have showed interest in improving their defense, and what better way to do so than signing a big guy like Suh? Oakland was a popular rumor destination for Suh back in 2015, with the Raiders clearing cap room yesterday by cutting Sean Smith. Hey, people are talking. But they may be gearing up to sign Suh. The Raiders finished last season with only 31 sacks, which ranked 24th in the NFL.